Manuggul jar is a secondary burial jar that has existed since the late Neolithic period, around 895 to 775 BC in the Philippines. It is widely acknowledged to be one of the funniest Philippine pre-colonial artworks ever produced and is considered a masterpiece of Philippine ceramics. The Manuggul jar is largely made from clay, and it measures 51.5 centimeters wide and 66.5 centimeters high. Its embossed curved designs, especially those at the upper portion of the jar, were painted in pure hematite and iron. There are two human images riding a boat located on the top of the jar's cover. The first human image holding an oar with a missing blade and is situated at the back area. He seems to be steering the oar rather than paddling the boat. The second human image, with the arms folded across the chest, is situated at the front. Both human images seem to have a band tied over their heads down to their jaws. The image of the head, complete with curved eyes, nose, and mouth, is also seen at the front area of the boat. The two human images were said to symbolize two souls on a voyage toward the afterlife. The arms folded across the chest of the second human image, and the band being tied from the top of the head down to the jaw and the other hand, represented the Philippine tradition of arranging a dead body. The three main features of the Manuggul jar is composed of the boat itself, the boat driver, and the soul. This was based on the Austronesian belief where the soul of a human separates from the body after the death and returns to the earth in another form of the purpose of looking after his or her descendants. The souls were believed to travel through boats just like the one depicted on the jar's cover. The ship of the dead image of the Manuggul jar was found to have close similarities with the ship motifs of wood carvings found in Taiwan, East Timor, and other places of Southeast Asia. Such ship motifs were seen during ancient funerals using boat-shaped coffins. The Manuggul jar was discovered in a cave at Lipuon Point, Quezon, Palawan on March 1964 by a team of volunteer workers from the United States Peace Corps headed by Victor Decalan and Hans Kasten. Since the late Neolithic period, the jar became one of the important archaeological artifacts associated with the culture depicted in the Tabon Cave of Palawan. Dr. Robert Fox, together with his team of archaeologists, was able to obtain the jar and placed it at the National Museum of the Philippines for display and safekeeping in 1964. The Manuggul jar is considered a living evidence of the Filipinos' shared cultural legacy with their Austronesian ancestors, since marks of their tradition and culture were seen in various areas of the Philippines and numerous ethnic tribes. Indeed, the Manuggul jar served as a representation of the National Museum's responsibility in preserving the Philippines' rich cultural legacy. It was also potential proof of how art can reflect a country's history, tradition, and culture, no matter how simple or intricate its form is.